Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with my weekly TBR. This is for week number 9, which is going to be February the 26th through March the 4th. So we're going into March with this TBR. I mentioned this at the end of January. I'm not setting my TBR month to month, it's week to week. So we will go from one month to the other. I will carry over books and be perfectly fine with it. I was fine with it from January into February. I will be fine with it if I do it again in February into March. It's all good. And I do, in case anyone is curious, I count the book as read for the month that I finish it. So if I start the book in February, but I don't finish it until March, I count it as a March read. So yeah, I know everybody's different. Some people might count it as a book that they finished, in February, but that's how I do it in case anyone is curious. So 6 books I have here. I did switch it around again because I mentioned this in my vlog, but this video is actually going to go up before my vlog. So yeah, something happened this week that I was a bad girl, but I'll get to that in just a second. So I have 6 books here on my TBR for this upcoming week. And I have categories of books. So the first category is a book off of my physical shelves. And I do spin a wheel to get a prompt for this. And the prompt was a book by a favorite author. So this is stretching it a bit. And the only reason I'm stretching it a bit is because these books I'm trying to make sure that they are retro romances, because it is the last week of the retro romance readathon. And I want to try and get one more book in if I possibly can. And I saw this one on my shelf and I'm like, okay, I did read 3 books or so by this author last year or late the year before. I really enjoyed them. So I thought I would give this one a try because it's a little bit different from the other ones that I read. And this is Getting Lucky by Kimberly Ray. So this is a Harlequin Love and Laughter book. And Kimberly Ray, I read her, like I said, tail end. It was maybe early last year, like maybe a year ago, or I can't remember, guys. Time. What is time? But she wrote a series of books for the Blaze line that were cowboy vampires, and I read them as a buddy read with Nicole from Who Picked This Book and Bree, who I used to host the Categorically Romance podcast with. So yeah, I really enjoyed them, and I thought she was a great, fun author, so I thought I'd give this one a try. The Love and Laughter line, if you couldn't tell from the title, was like a rom-com series that they did. It didn't last for very long, but I've read a handful of these, and I quite like them. They're not bad, so I'm looking forward to getting to that one. So the next one is, of course, a book off of my digital shelves, either my Kindle or my Kobo, or my Harlequin books. I'm now adding that into this mix. Slowly you'll start to see those pop up here, but this one came off my Kindle, and the prompt for this one is a book with a number in the title. So that's exciting. And these are actually a little bit easier to find than I originally anticipated. So I did a search on just a number, and I found this book, and I thought, well, it's got 2 numbers in the title, so this one will definitely work. So we have One Wedding, Two Brides by Heidi Betts. And this is I'm not sure what this one's about at all. The cover looks delightful. I think I got this one for free, or maybe 99 cents or something like that. I have read Heidi Betts before. I like her writing. I think she writes category, but I'm not absolutely certain. But yeah, I am looking forward to this one. It sounds really cute, and that cover is just delightful. So the next prompt is a book from a series that I'm working my way through. So I did a random pick off of all the series I'm reading, and the series that I got was the Wickham Falls Wedding series, and I have read 1 or 2 out of this series already. I'm not absolutely certain, but I need to go back and read book number 1. Now, I'm certain I have this book on my shelves physically, but because my shelves are a mess, I wasn't going to go looking for it. I do actually have a copy of it on my Kindle as well. Because I have, again, it must have gone on sale one day. And that is Home to Wickham Falls by Rochelle Allers. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's a great small town series that she writes, and I really, really enjoy it. And I am looking forward to kind of getting in on the ground floor of this series and then working my way through the rest of the books that I need to read. Next up is my Harlequin new release. So I do a random pick of a new release book that is being published in February. And for this month, we have, this week, we have Rescuing Her Ranch by Lisa Jordan. This is a love-inspired novel. It's not part of a series. It's a standalone, but it's a great wintry cover. Kind of thought it was perfect for February. And like I said, this is a new release for February. It just came out this month, and I am very much looking forward to getting to it. So this is where I was bad girl. guys, I rejoined NetGalley under a new email and all that stuff. Completely fresh start on NetGalley, and I have requested a handful of books, like 4 or 5, and I've been approved for like 4 of them, which is great. And I'm setting myself limits. I'm not going crazy, and I am trying to, use NetGalley what NetGalley was meant to be used for, and that is to read books that are coming out and trying to read them, if not ahead of time, at least right around the time of publication. So what I've done for all the ones that I have received is that I've started a little spreadsheet of when they're released. And each week when I do my TBR, I'm going to pick the next one in line, in sequence. So right now, this is a spoiler for my vlog for this week. I am reading Irish Knit Murder by Peggy Earnhardt. This is the first one this is one of the ones I just got from NetGalley, but it literally came out this week. So I thought, okay, that's the one I'm going to start with. And for this week, the publication date on this book that I'm going to be reading is actually the end of March. So it's the next in publication order, and that's how I'm going to go through them. So I might be reading books a month or 2 ahead of time, or I might be reading a book that's coming out that week or the next week. It all depends, right? Again, I'm being really good about what I'm requesting and stuff like that. I don't want to go crazy. I mean, it used to be that I was pre-approved for Harlequin books, and obviously because I'm brand new, I'm not. But if I ever was again, I used to request and get all of them. I'm not doing that this time. It's going to be like, which ones look the most interesting to me, and those are the ones that I'm going to request or try and get. So I'm reining myself in. I've learned from my mistakes, but I figure even if I don't necessarily get to this NetGalley book this week, I can at least show it to you guys. And I think that will be good as well, that at least you guys are familiar that this book is coming out and it might be something that's interesting to you. So the book for this week, we have What Happens in the Ballroom by Sabrina Jeffries, which is the second book in the Designing Debutante series. Like I said, this comes out on March the 28th. So thank you very much to the publisher for sending me this one. I think this is Kensington, but I'm not absolutely certain. I should write that down for next time. But yeah, I'm really I like the cover on this one quite a bit. I'm kind of a little annoyed that all of the historical romance covers are starting to look all exactly the same because of Bridgerton, because they redid the cover they've redone the covers for all the Bridgerton books. They all kind of tend to look the same. I'm kind of over it at this point, but this one I do kind of like. I don't know what it is about it, but it looks really cute. And last but not least, of course, my throwback book. This week we are going back to Connecticut to the Babysitter's Club, and I am reading Claudia and the Clue in the Photograph by Anna Martin, which is the Babysitter's Club mystery book number 16. So this is part of their mystery series. So I'm looking forward to that one. And this would be a real throwback to a lot of people because that's film, my friends. That is film that went into a camera. I feel like any young people who would be reading this book now would be like, what is this stuff? What is, I don't understand. Like a photograph is on your phone. You can hold a photograph? That's odd. No, I'm generalizing, but this one really does feel like a throwback with that cover, right? So anyway, guys, that is it. I am filming this on Thursday morning, so I need to jump out to work, to go log on to work. But I will talk to you guys. You'll see my next video will be my vlog. I did not get another video up this week. I got Monday's video, but I didn't get a Wednesday video up. I am sorry. The Friday video, I'm going to be doing Saturday videos, but probably very, very sporadically. Saturdays tend to be busy days for me, and that's when I film those videos. So I just don't want the stress, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know if the Saturday videos are going to become an ongoing thing. So that's fine. You'll still be getting videos from me generally on Mondays, probably on Wednesdays, definitely on Fridays, and my vlogs on Sundays. So yeah, and then of course I do the live reading sprints when I can on Thursday night. Sometimes something comes up or I'm sick. Like last week, there was a bad accident and I couldn't get home in time. Anyway, I'm rambling. I gotta go. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.